If you remember, or at least if you've watched Makina long enough, isa sa mga nakwento ko ay yung hindi naman ako tuloy-tuloy nagmotor. Nagsawa din ako, napagod, na-burnout at tumigil. Pero kung tunay na rider ka, babalik at babalik ka rin. And one of the bikes that got me back into riding again is the Royal Enfield Classic 500 in chrome black. Now, over 12 years later, susubok na naman tayo ng isa pang Royal Enfield. This, folks, is the Super Meteor 650.
Waiting, watching the clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's got to stop. Tell him, take no more, she practices her speech as he opens the door. She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over.
The Super Meteor 650. So ang pinanggalingan at inspirasyon nito ay yung 1952 Meteor and 1956 Super Meteor from Royal Enfield din. So they drew from what already worked before. It is essentially a mid-sized cruiser powered by their latest engine na sobrang gustong-gusto ko. This first came out in the Interceptor and I'm talking about their parallel twin 650. It is smooth, torquey while still not giving up that classic feel, very much ingrained with the Royal Enfield. Air-cooled siya, single overhead cam. It is producing 46.3 bhp and 52.3 Newton meters of torque. Gearbox is a 6-speed constant mesh.
What I want you got that might be hard to handle, but like a flame that burns a candle.
For the chassis, it is designed by Harris Performance. They are quite popular. They are British through and through and acquired by Royal Enfield noong 2015. They chose a tubular steel frame for the design of the chassis, and this actually allowed them to give us a seat height of 29.1. It is very Pinoy friendly. This design can also situate the bits and pieces low, so dahil ganon, mababa ang center of gravity nito and so maganda ang handling. Kung kukumpara natin ito sa Interceptor and Continental, mas mahaba ang wheelbase ng bike na ito. So handling-wise, mas kapit sa kanto ang former. But your stability in long stretches will be better with the Super Meteor. Stance din niya, mas across the board, bagay din sa mga matatangkad. Suspension sa harap, first time tayo makakita ng inverted Showas na gagamitin ng Royal Enfield. At the back naman, we have twin shocks with 5-step adjustable preload. Brakes, ABS tayo, harap-likod.
2, 1. 2, 1.
In terms of safety, we get as far as ABS. There are no other electronic aids here or there. Walang riding modes nor traction control. So it's more of a classic feel here with a smidge of high-techery with the Royal Enfield's tripper turn-by-turn navigation pods. So pwede mo to i-link via Bluetooth sa smartphone mo. Now, a lot of people prefer this ratio of bike mechanical prowess over electronic everything, especially if you want to immerse yourself in a retro riding experience. Kung gusto mo ng high-tech na bike, get something else. Kung gusto mo ng classic na bago, eto na yon.
Uy, Inception. Alright everybody, let's take a nice good look at the all-new Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Right off the bat, ang pinanggalingan po nito is of course the Meteor 350, smaller version, which in its own right is also a looker. Enfield naman, wala naman pangit na lumabas na Enfield. For me, classic is classic. It looks good, right? So one of the things that we're going to take a look at is I want to notice I've had 3 Enfields in my life. So through the years, I would say a lot of the improvement also happened through the finishing, Paint job is just much better. I remember my Chrome Classic back in the day. This was circa 2011, 2012. May mga konting rust dito sa mga patungan ng upuan. In fact, the dealer even supplied us with spray paint from India to sort that out. But right now, I don't see any of that. They really improved. Yung gilid din ng engine nila also improved. Dati it was just plain metal that you could see guts, although it had its appeal, of course, being a classic bike. But I kind of prefer this look. It has this classic yet modern, medyo relatable tayo sa panahon ngayon type of look, right? Our upholstery is also great. I'd say this is pretty good quality, also good. I wouldn't change that. I would say how they finish this also is very different from the older Enfields, and they've been at this for quite some time already. Nice touch on the Royal Enfield logo on the grips. This is also what came out in the past few years. I also dig this. Easy start. Mirrors are still robust, as robust can be. This is also a great improvement. Before it was just like that bare finish polish. It looked robust too, but this is just definitely better, at least in terms of looks. It just looks more primo. One of the things that I absolutely dig about this bike is the engine. For me, this engine is what made Royal Enfield really progress, in the sense that they were in that era of really sticking out with that engine before, the singles, right? Nung naglabas na sila ng twins, they came out with this. It just was more refined. It was just taking off better. Vibrations are not like before. This one's just smooth, really good. So I'm really enjoying this engine, and I'm glad that they're really playing around with it with the different variants of the Royal Enfield. Some of the things that I would say I would improve on: the wheels. I think if the wheels had that spoke look, I think that would be really good. Para talagang classic na talaga. Ooh, look at this one. Focus on this one. Built with Google, version 12.10. So this is already telling us it has the capability to connect with your gadget. So that is pretty good. Over here, pretty utilitarian, good plastic, combination of digital and analog. I just feel this, I want this to be more. I've been toying with this idea, and I've been mentioning this in previous reviews, even with other bikes. If you're gonna come up with a really small digital display, why not make that TFT? I don't know, is it worth it? Okay ba siya na ganyang kaliit, magiging TFT, dapat ba malaki? I don't know. But if I had more color there in the middle, that would be really great. All right, we're gonna fire it up and take a listen. All right, let's take a listen at the twins. Already you can hear that the limiter is kicking in. Our bucina. Me. And take a look at our lights. LED. That is our brights. Our signals are your regular lights. I wish this would have been LED already. They're trying to marry classic with old, but I feel like if you're gonna do LED headlights, might as well do LED all the way, right? Okay, now for the seating position, I'm used with Enfields with the controls being right here, standard. The Continental is slightly back sporty. This one is a bit more easygoing, slightly forward. It's not like Todo Cruiser, like way out there though. It's just here, just right. In terms of the IBS or Ipit Betlog syndrome, we do not have it here. It is not in an incline. I'm not squishing my balls, if you see. And it's a comfortable ride. Bits and pieces, nuts and bolts. Oh, pretty good quality. Hey there, little Selby.
Well, they're pretty good. Yeah, I can't really say anything about how this is put together. Pretty good. If you guys notice, I have new chinelas, and we're gonna do a chinelas check. Ito yung aking find sa Walmart. My Rick and Morty slippers. There. I am size 11, ladies and gentlemen. You know what they say, pag malaki ang paa, malaki ang puso. So here's our handlebar. Just so you guys can see. There's your size. There you go.
It's emotion to me that she wanted to leave and go so
The Super Meteor 650 comes in many colors. We have celestial red and blue, interstellar gray and green, and astral black, green, and blue. Now at this point, this bike is looking to be the most momentous bike to come out of India. It looks great, it handles really good, with Royal Enfield enjoying flexing the success of their latest engine. I mean, they can come up with so many bikes around this motor. They can go on and on and on. Quality naman, it's really something else nowadays with RE. Hindi naman to ganito dati. I mean, before it wasn't bad, but right now it's just way better. There's absolutely nothing cheap about this bike, except for the price, relatively speaking. All that motorcycle you can get at 439,000 pesos. We can say that in the last decade, I have a somewhat healthy relationship with this iconic brand. Nagkaroon tayo ng Classic 500, yung Chrome Black, a Yellow Continental, a White Himalayan, an Orange Interceptor. I always had a Royal Enfield in the garage, and looks like I'm gonna have another. This is Zach from Makinamoto Features. Ciao.